Hi, this is David Tierney, and we're going to do a quick little tutorial on how to add a post to your blog. So your website has pages and posts. The pages are what we call static pages, that things like your About You, um, services page, contact page, pages that where the content doesn't so much change. And then some websites may have a blog, which is a convenient way for somebody, for a website owner, to continually add new content to their website in such a way that the new content will be at the top of the page, followed by the next most recent blog post, is what it's called, followed by the next one and the next one. And they can also be categorized, and people can apply tags, keywords that are associated to those posts so that they can group them in different ways. And that's what a blog is. And so we're going to go ahead and add a blog post to this default WordPress theme in a WordPress install. So let's go ahead and do that. Shouldn't take very long. We can go up top here and click on the website so it's active. We can add a post, or we can add a new page. We're going to add a new post, so we click on post. And just like when you're creating a new page, you enter the title here just like it says. So let's call this our new post today. And we have a title for our post. And we'll have some content. We'll make that a header. And now you can add what's called more tag here, which is sort of like a little place where if I put the cursor here and I click this, if there's a place in your WordPress theme where, like on your blog page, where it shows the most recent blog posts, if you add this, everything above this will show on that page, and then there'll be a read more button, which if the user clicks on that, it'll take them to a page that's dedicated for this post specifically, and it'll show the whole post. So it's a way that if you've got a whole bunch of posts and they're very long and they're on your blog page, rather than having somebody have to scroll down a really long post to get to the next title, it allows you to just have the title and a short snippet of it, so that they can see the next title and the next snippet and the next title. They can see more options on the home page rather than having the whole post there. So we've gone ahead and done that. Now we'll go over here. Now some newer WordPress themes may have different format options, and so this, for example, has a whole bunch of different ones. Like if you wanted to add just an audio clip to as a blog post instead of some typed content, then you might use this format. And if you're going to add a gallery of images, for example, then you might use that format. And if you're going to use a link, you might use that format. So by using these different formats, it may take what you enter into the area and format it in a way that is more appropriate for that type of content. This particular theme offers a whole bunch of options in that regard. And if your theme does, you can certainly play around with those. And but for starters, you just use the standard one, and that will allow you to just put any content in, and it will have a standard type of formatting. The second thing we're going to look at is categories. So you can categorize your blog posts, whatever your categories would be. It's a way to group the content on your blog in such a way that you can put a little sidebar widget that shows the different categories on your blog. So you could say, we have category of this topic and this topic and this topic, and somebody who's interested in what you've written, they found your way onto your blog. It allows them to be able to pick the specific kind of information they're interested in, find more of your content that's in that category, and it helps them find what they want, and that's good for both of you. So by default, WordPress always has just one category called uncategorized, and when you create a new blog post, that is usually the category that your blog post will be assigned to, because every blog post has to be assigned to at least one category. And so what you would want to do is you would want to click the Add New Category button and type in your new category and hit the Add New Category button. And now you've just created a category for your new post. And if you want to add another one, you can just click add new. You'd add another one, add new. And you can actually assign a blog post to multiple categories or just one if you want, but it will at least need to have one assigned to it. And then down here you can also add tags. Let's say it's about cars, so we can add a tag about cars, and now it's about cars, and that's added. And you can add lots of different tags in the same way as categories, and the difference between categories and tags is a bigger topic than this video can handle, but you can read about that online. I'd start out with categories if you're not familiar with them, and then move on to tags. And then down here we've got a set featured image. So some blog posts, some blogs and websites will have a design set up such that if you add a featured image, that featured image will show up in a specific way on your website, the way that it was being programmed with your particular website to show up. It may show up on the blog page as a little thumbnail, as a little tiny image, and it may show up on your blog post page where the whole blog post is presented as a full-size image, or it could show up in many different ways, or it may not show up at all. It depends, and you'd have to check with your theme or the person who developed your theme. But let's go ahead and click on Set Featured Image. It's as simple as coming in here and picking an image and selecting Set Featured Image, and it'll show up down here. And if you want to remove it, you just click Remove. So once you've done those things, that's really all there is to it. You hit Publish. You can always hit Preview if you want beforehand, see what it looks like, or just Save Draft if you're not ready to publish it. And then once you publish it, you can hit View Post. And here's your blog post. And that's it. And if you go to the blog itself, that's usually where it'll show. See here now on the blog page, it's just shown that part above where the more tag was, and then you can click the continue reading, and otherwise it's not formatted very well. That's just the way that this blog looks, and it's not so great. But here's your featured image above the title. And then it's got some what's called metadata down here, the date, the category it's in, a tag that's associated with the ability to edit it because it knows that we're logged in as the editor, the title that we've typed in, the other content above where we put that little dotted more tag thing, and then the ability to continue to read, so we could go to a page to read that whole article. Or if we scroll down, we see the next article in here, which is just the default post that comes when you install WordPress called Hello World. And again, you've got the date, category, and the content of that post. And because there's no more content and they didn't use a more tag, you would just click on the title here, and that would bring you to the whole post. And again, like we would go here, this one's longer. If we click on that, it takes us to a page which is dedicated just to this post. Again, here's the title, and we typed a separate title in, and here's the full content of our post. And it'll actually allow you at the bottom in this theme to go back to the post before it. And that's it. So good luck with your blog, and we'll catch you in another video.